Have you guys heard of the brand Lange Söhne from Glashutte? Glashutte is a very small village in Germany. And it's the pinnacle for watchmaking. And you hear me not saying the pinnacle of watchmaking in Germany. You hear me saying it's the pinnacle of watchmaking. Full stop. As you can see, it's not a very outspoken watch or flashy or got diamonds or jewels or whatever. Well, it's got jewels but no diamonds. You can see a big date, and you can see here the decentralized second hand and a nice satin watch dial. And the small details I love is when you pull the crown, see what happens. If you just pull the crown, the second hand goes in the 12 o'clock position or the 0-second position, so you can perfectly align the time with a mother clock. It's just beautiful. Such small details, but there's a button for the big date correction. And you can see the bluish anti-glare. And this is something you don't see every day.
It's a bit nice, isn't it?
It is a bit nice. It is a micro rotor. So the rotor is not on top of the movement on the back, but in the movement. So you get a flatter movement. It doesn't have to be so thick to house the rotor. But then the details is just so amazing. The rotor, this bit is gold, which is nice, but because if it's a small rotor, you need more mass on the outside, weight. And so this bit here, you can see it's platina. Not because platina is a precious metal, but platina has got the highest specific gravity, which makes it perfect for the outside of this rotor. The attention to detail. You can see a bit all the scratches here. That is, was it snailing? You can see the light playing with it, just bending the light. You can see here the Geneva stripes. And when you think of it, you can see the stripes running straight through. Do you see? Talk about these stripes. It's a milling process, and every layer you use a milling machine, but it is nice to make Geneva stripes, but there is a huge but. When you have the running movement, you have to take it apart, and all the bridges and cocks you have to put back together, then make the stripes, because they run all the way through, and then you have to nickel or rhodium plate the bridge again, and via this process makes it that the balance, the cocks and the bridges are not interchangeable, because the angle of these lines are always different. So you can see here these are the same line. So this piece is not interchangeable with any other watch, and it's just to make it look nice. There's no other use or need. And then there is this balance wheel, the swan neck. These watches are unique in a very special way, and this balance cock is hand engraved, so everyone is slightly different. Here is a swan neck spring. It's so elegant and well made, don't you think? The two screws here, and the spring goes just back like this and pushes against this lever. So with this screw going here, you can just put it back in, and it is the fine regulating for this spring. It's so well made. It's everything you show, the amount of detail is just staggering. You can see all the wheels. You can see a bit of scratches are individually. It's got a circular graining, yeah, and the finish of the screws, all black polish. Maybe you are not too familiar with the term black polish, so a very fast, famous drawing. Interested in watches, you get the term black polish quite often, and it's quite simple why the term is used. If surface is not polished, and here's your eye, the light is reflected in all kinds of ways, because the surface reflects the light. So part of the light will reflect back into your eye. But if a surface is perfectly polished and your eye is here, very stern, there's probably a teacher looking, all the light is reflected like a mirror. So if you watch a perfectly polished surface, at one instance it seems black to the eye, because there's no light being reflected back, because there are imperfections in the surface. So that's why this is called a black polish. It's so perfectly polished that all the light is reflected and nothing comes back to the eye. So it seems in one position, it just seems black. You will never get that with imperfections in the surface. This bit seems gray for the eye, because you can see the grain coming from here. Well, this is beautifully done as well. Black polish on the screw heads. This is perlage. You can see radial graining, and even here you can see a small graining with a circular motion on the rotor. So beautiful and sharp and well made. In 5 positions regulated. It's just so nice. Well, I think that's it for the moment.